Types of vessels at sea. The huge range of vessels that serve the global maritime industry can be identified by their silhouettes and size. The type of vessel employed for a certain task depends on factors such as the nature of cargo, trade route, and port facilities. Each type of ship or small vessel has a distinctive design and function that meets specific needs for transportation and global trade. All merchant ships transporting cargo are vital for the world economy as they ensure that goods and people move across the globe safely and efficiently. Therefore, the type of vessel used depends on the cargo that it transports. Merchant ships that transport cargo have three main characteristics such as cargo capacity, weight, and size. Other factors that are taken into consideration are the volume of cargo, ship's route, and the time frame that is needed to deliver the cargo to its final destination. A ship's maximum dimensions, such as length and beam and water depth, are limited to the canals it may pass through, and the height of a ship is constrained by the bridges it will sail under. Therefore, ships are custom built for the type of cargo they will carry, with many fitted with cranes and gantries for ease in loading and unloading of cargo at ports. We can categorize three distinctive types of sea vessels, namely those that transport goods to ports around the world, those that serve and assist other vessels at sea, and those that ply mainly near coastal areas or inland waterways. This is ABHA, and this lesson gives a brief description and overview of the main types of vessels that sail the world's seas. General cargo ships. General cargo ships can transport a variety of goods and commodities as they have flexible cargo holding capabilities and multiple cargo holds, and often with loading and unloading equipment such as cranes or gantries. General cargo ships vary in size, from small coasters to larger ships for global shipping. These small ships are a good option for ports and sea routes that need smaller cargo ships or do not have the infrastructure for larger vessels. General cargo ships can accommodate break bulk cargo, which is packed cargo such as food, footwear, and garments, or loose bulk cargo such as grain, wood, machinery, or construction material. General cargo ships may either have a single deck or several holds and twin decks that can carry different cargo in boxed, refrigerated, or palletized form. The multiple cargo holds are designed to accommodate different types of cargo with access through hatches on the deck. The cargo in different twin decks makes it easy to identify and unload at various destinations. Dry bulk carriers. Dry bulk carriers are designed to transport large quantities of unpacked dry cargo such as coal, grain, fertilizer, wood, machinery, cement, cereal, salt, aluminium, and other raw materials. Dry bulk carriers are usually large, humongous ships with many cargo holds with capacity of 180,000 tons or more, and are easily recognizable by their large box-like hatches on deck, which enable access for loading or discharging of cargo. Cargo is poured directly into these holes without any packaging using specialized equipment like conveyors or loading chutes, and then secured with proper trimming to prevent shifting during transit. The ship's cargo holds are large with multiple compartments separated by bulkheads and accessible through large hatches for easy loading and unloading. Dry bulk carriers usually transport only one type of cargo per voyage to optimize efficiency. Container ships. Container ships are very versatile vessels that can carry a wide range of cargo in standardized metal containers that can be easily loaded, secured, and stacked on the ship for transporting to ports worldwide. The metal containers carry the cargo directly to its final destination, which ensures that the cargo is securely and safely delivered. These containers come in standard sizes and are of different types, such as flat track containers, refrigerated containers, side open containers, open top containers, or cylindrical tank containers. Container ships are categorized by their capacity, which is measured in 20-foot equivalent units or TEUs, with some of the largest ships able to carry over 20,000 TEUs of cargo. Container ships can sail at high speed, which allows for fast and efficient transportation of goods, while the ship's dead weight determines the total number of containers it can carry. Tankers. Tankers are very large vessels that are specifically designed for the bulk transport of crude oil and other liquid petroleum products across the world. There are different types of tankers to facilitate the movement of a wide range of liquid cargo. Aside from seagoing tankers, there are also specialized inland waterway tankers that operate on rivers and canals. We mention some types of tankers here. Crude oil carriers. Crude oil carriers are among the largest ships at sea that are designed to transport crude oil to refineries around the world for processing into petroleum products. The largest tankers are the Very Large Crude Carriers or VLCC and the Ultra Large Crude Carriers or ULCC. These huge vessels load and unload at offshore buoys and terminals, as they are too large to enter most ports. Product tankers. Product tankers are specialized vessels designed to carry refined petroleum products such as aviation fuel, diesel, asphalt, and lubricating oil from larger terminals to smaller ports around the world. These tankers are smaller in size and have stainless steel cargo tanks, corrugated bulkheads, and a complex piping system for loading and unloading. Chemical tankers. Chemical tankers are equipped with stainless steel cargo holds that can refrigerate or heat the cargo as needed and also withstand corrosive hazardous materials. Chemical tankers have high standards, and their design and material enables them to transport even the most dangerous and toxic cargo that requires stringent measures for handling. Meticulous tank cleaning ensures the purity of cargo when loaded into a tank that may have previously carried some other product. Liquefied natural gas carriers, LNG. LNG carriers are technically sophisticated cargo ships that are designed to transport natural gas in a liquid state by compressing and cooling it. LNG carriers are equipped with advanced insulation and containment systems that maintain the extremely low temperatures of about minus 162 degrees Celsius that is required to keep natural gas in its liquid state. LNG carriers can range in size and are designed to serve small harbors and coastal areas. Liquefied petroleum gas carriers or LPG. LPG carriers are specialized vessels designed to transport liquefied gases such as propane and butane in pressurized tanks at high pressure to keep the gases in a liquid state. These carriers are equipped with refrigeration systems that maintain the necessary temperatures for storing LPG in a liquid form during transportation. Compressed natural gas carriers or CNG. CNG carriers are tankers with highly advanced technology for storing liquefied gas. They are more technically sophisticated as compared to any other form of vessel. CNG is stored in high pressure cylinders then transported through pipelines. Bitumen and asphalt carriers. Bitumen and asphalt carriers are specialized ships that are designed to carry liquid bitumen and asphalt from offshore petroleum plants to refineries across the globe at high temperatures. These carriers have independent floating tanks that are insulated to prevent the loss of heat and are able to maintain the cargo temperature at up to 260 degrees Celsius during transportation. Wine and edible oil tankers. Wine and edible oil tankers are specialized vessels designed for the transportation of food-grade liquids such as wine, vegetable oils, and other edible oils under strict hygiene standards to prevent contamination of the cargo. Wine and edible oil tankers are equipped with temperature-controlled systems that maintain appropriate conditions during transportation. Shuttle tankers. Shuttle tankers transport oil harvested in the middle of the sea to shore facilities that do not have a connecting pipeline. They have a bow loading system, BLS, which connects to a pipeline attached to a specific type of buoy in the middle of the sea or oil field. Ro-ro ships. Roll on, roll off. Ro-ro or roll on and roll off vessels are huge ocean-going ships with built-in or shore-based ramps that make it convenient to transport wheeled cargo such as cars, trucks, buses, and trailers to be driven on and off the ship. Ro-ro is an acronym for roll on, roll off. These ships have multiple vehicle decks comprising parking lanes linked by internal ramps with access to shore provided by one or more loading ramps. The cargo can be rapidly loaded and unloaded through stern or bow doors and sometimes side ports for smaller vehicles. Reefers, refrigerator cargo ships. Reefers are refrigerated ships that transport perishable goods under controlled temperatures, such as fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, dairy products, medicine, and vaccines. Reefers have refrigeration units and airflow systems to monitor and adjust the temperature, humidity, and ventilation settings for temperature-sensitive cargo to maintain quality and freshness during transit. Many reefer ships carry the perishable cargo in refrigerated containers that use the ship's power for electricity supply. Reefers have advanced technology and alarm systems that continuously track temperature fluctuation so that the ship's crew can act promptly in case of any deviation from desired conditions. Reefers tend to be faster than other cargo ships due to the nature of the cargo and are usually painted white in color to minimize heat buildup, as the color white reflects more light and therefore absorbs less heat.
Hello, I am ABHA student at the University of Transport. Do like, subscribe and share this video with your friends. Bye!
Timber carriers. Timber carriers are very large vessels that transport all kinds of solid wood logs or sawn timber on their deck or in their holds. Wooden logs are securely stacked on the deck of a timber carrier, which is designed to withstand heavy loads and has several strengthened structures to ensure safe and efficient cargo handling. Reinforced structures support the weight of the timber, such as strong decks, hatch covers, and tank tops. Timber is secured to the ship using lashings made of chain, wire ropes, and turnbuckles. These lashings are fitted with quick release mechanisms in case of an emergency. Timber carriers are usually equipped with cranes that can handle logs weighing up to 25 tons, and fixed or portable uprights are used to support the timber on deck, and hog wires are rigged between the uprights to strengthen them. Multi-purpose vessels. Multi-purpose vessels are designed to be versatile and can carry different types of cargo in a single voyage. Multi-purpose vessels can transport bulk cargo such as grain, ore and oil, break bulk cargo such as machinery, steel or packaged goods, wood and wood products, and building materials such as cement, bricks and tiles. These vessels have multiple cargo holds to accommodate different types of cargo and are also equipped with cranes and other loading and unloading equipment to handle cargo at ports. Heavy lift vessels. Heavy lift vessels are purpose-built ships that specialize in transporting extremely heavy and bulky objects such as other ships, large industrial equipment, and even cumbersome drilling rigs. Heavy lift vessels are uniquely engineered to load and transport heavy cargo by using cranes, ramps, submersion technology, and tugboats. Heavy lift vessels that use semi-submersible technology operate by filling ballast tanks to lower their deck below the waterline, allow heavy cargo to float onto the deck, and then pump out the ballast water to raise the deck and lift the cargo. Some heavy lift vessels are non-submersible ships designed to transport extremely large and heavy objects like windmills, bridge parts, ship parts, container cranes, and huge yachts. Icebreakers. The main function of an icebreaker is to crush and break the ice at sea or in ports to clear a passage for ships that are stuck and allow them to navigate through clear waters. Icebreakers use their immense weight, momentum, and special functions to push their bow onto the ice and crack it into chunks. The broken ice is then pushed out of the way by the hull of the icebreaker as it proceeds forward. Icebreakers have a thick steel double hull that is coated with resin to reduce friction and are reinforced at the bow, stern, and waterline with resistance to very low temperatures. Icebreakers have powerful engines and a rounded bow that slopes upwards, which allows them to ride over the ice and push it down and crush it from above. The bow is also reinforced to withstand the force of the ship hitting the ice. Icebreakers can crack and crush ice that is up to 20 feet thick and free large ships that are stuck in the ice. Livestock carriers. Livestock carriers are ships that transport large numbers of live animals in closed pens located below decks, where the livestock is protected from strong winds at sea. Livestock carriers have ventilation systems to ensure that the animals have enough fresh air in their pens throughout their journey, as well as adequate food, water, and medication. The animal pens are strong enough to withstand the animal's weight and are arranged to allow the animals to easily access water and food, with partitions between pens to prevent the animals from being thrown around during the journey. Livestock carriers must have enough crew to handle the animals, as the pens need to be continuously monitored to ensure the animals are clean and healthy, and that the waste disposal and manure discharge systems are functioning efficiently, and also to facilitate with strict quarantine regulations at destination ports. Car carriers. Car carriers have a very high box-like structure above the waterline, with dozens of decks to accommodate as many cars and heavy vehicles as possible. These decks are strengthened to allow loading of vehicles of varying shapes and sizes and unloading off the ship via a large ramp at the stern. Car carriers are equipped with ramps and hoistable decks that allow vehicles to drive directly onto the ship. Once on board, the vehicles are securely fastened to the deck to prevent movement during transit, and when they reach their destination, the vehicles are simply driven off the ship. Car carriers have the capacity to transport almost 7,000 cars and other vehicles. Fishing vessels. Fishing vessels are built to locate, catch, and preserve fish, and the type of vessel used for this purpose depends on the fish species and fishing method. Almost all fishing vessels are equipped with a variety of gear, including nets, lines, traps, sonar, and satellite navigation systems. The size of the vessel, the arrangement of the deck, and the machinery and equipment on board are determined as per requirement. The most common type of fishing vessel is the trawler, which has a radar and communication equipment and also a powerful engine to tow the fishing nets through the water. A factory ship is a more sophisticated, large ocean-going vessel fitted with onboard equipment for processing and freezing captured fish or bigger whales. Passenger ships. Passenger ships are mainly of two types, namely the cruise ship and the ferry. A cruise ship is a vessel that is designed like a floating hotel to carry passengers on tour trips, offering luxurious facilities such as swimming pools, restaurants, theaters, casinos, spas, fitness centers, and various other entertainments, allowing passengers to explore different places along its route. An ocean-going ferry is a combination of ro-ro ship and a passenger ship with three layers: the lower engineering space, the vehicle decks, and the passenger accommodation. Naval ships. Naval ships are military ships that are designed for a variety of purposes, such as warfare and military personnel training. These ships have a range of capabilities, from launching aircraft and missiles to keeping sea lanes open for delivering humanitarian aid. They are all outfitted with sophisticated weapon systems to serve the military force of a country. Naval ships transport military personnel of a country across different oceanic areas and coastal locations where they may be stationed or deployed against enemy forces. Naval ships use the Global Positioning System or the GPS to pinpoint their position, track the speed and direction of other ships, as well as locate other vessels. Tugboats. Tugboats or tugs can be categorized as ocean-going tugs or harbor tugs and are very indispensable to the marine industry. Tugs are highly maneuverable vessels with extremely strong pulling power, which are also unlikely to ever capsize. Tugs are of many types. Harbor tugs help in congested harbors. Tractor tugs have pushing or pulling functions. Ice-breaking tugs clear passage through ice. Marine salvage tugs assist grounded ships. Firefighting tugs respond to fires. Anchor handling tugs retrieve heavy anchors. Ocean towage tugs handle towing in open waters. Yarding tugs do light towing. Line handling tugs help in oil spills. Survey and research tugs assist oceanographic research. Patrol tugs are high-speed vessels for disaster rescue. And crew tugboats are used as transportation to oil rigs. Salvage vessels. Salvage vessels specialize in recovery of lost marine property at sea, such as abandoned, stranded, or capsized vessels, removing cargo or equipment from a wreck, or tow a drifting vessel to a safer location. Salvage vessels are equipped with diving equipment, fire monitor, sonar, and magnetometer detection equipment, sensors and sensor arrays, heavy-duty pumps, cranes and winches, cutting equipment, airbags, remote-operated vehicles, dynamic positioning systems, and environmental monitoring tools. Buoyage vessels. Buoyage vessels are important for maritime safety as they install and maintain buoys and beacons in coastal areas, harbors, and open sea areas to help seafarers navigate through safe water zones and steer clear of hazardous waters. Buoyage vessels are designed to provide a safe platform for deploying, laying, handling, and maintaining buoys and chains to show the location of the deepest water or safest routes. They inform of water temperatures, salinity, and pollution levels, and also provide environmental data for research and marine conservation efforts. Survey vessels. Survey vessels map the ocean floor and the ocean surface to help identify navigational hazards and guide oceanographic research. Survey vessels use a variety of technologies to perform their task, such as echo sounding, which measures water depth and identifies submerged hazards, help in salvage and dredging operations, and gather data for offshore oil exploration and drilling. Supply vessels. Supply vessels transports supplies, equipment, fuel, refrigeration, and personnel to other ships and offshore rigs, and necessary equipment to wind farms and fishing vessels. Search and rescue vessels or SeA vessels. SeA vessels conduct search and rescue operations at sea for ships in distress. SeA vessels are crewed ships that are responsible for providing aid to ships that are in danger of facing high levels of risk. SeA vessels are always in alert mode and ready to respond within 30 minutes. SeA operations involve searching in areas and providing rescue and assistance in distress zones that are usually determined by the type of terrain where the search is taking place. Fire floats. Fire floats are firefighting vessels that are designed to fight fires in and around ships, ports, warehouses, and along coastlines. They are equipped with pumps and nozzles that can draw water from the sea or other bodies of water to extinguish fires. Fire floats can reach speeds of up to 45 knots and maneuver quickly and effectively to respond to disaster situations. Pilot launch. Pilot launch is a type of boat that transports maritime pilots to and from ships that are entering or leaving port. Pilot launch boats are fast, small vessels that are equipped with navigational and communication equipment. Pilot launch boats are used to transport pilots who have local knowledge of the waterways to help guide ships safely through challenging conditions at sea. Cable layers. Cable layers are vessels that assist in laying cables on the seabed. Cable layers use a variety of methods and equipment to lay cables on the seafloor for communication and power transmission. Cable layers use dynamic positioning systems or DPS to keep the ship in place in bad weather, while cable machines control the speed and tension of the cable as it leaves the ship, and plow devices use high pressure water jets to bury cables in the seafloor. Light ships. Light ships are small ships that help guide other vessels at night or in bad weather by using a beacon on a tall mast. Light ships are equipped with fog whistles, sirens, and fog horns to help with navigation in bad weather. Light ships emit continuous radio signals that ships can use to home in on, and the crew's main job is to maintain the light and keep records of passing ships, observe the weather, and sometimes perform rescues. Dredgers. Dredgers are small vessels that remove sediment and silt from waterbeds, shallow sea areas, and coastal areas to provide essential safe bottom clearance for all types of ships. Dredgers are of several types and use different sets of tools to excavate. Cutter-head dredgers have a rotating device with blades. Submersible pump dredgers use a pump. Suction pipe dredgers use a vacuum. Hopper dredgers operate in rough seas, and cutter suction dredgers work in thick shoal areas. All the dredged material, such as debris or silt, is transported to designated locations on land for disposal and can be used for landfills or for construction works later. Barges. Barges are flat-bottom vessels with long decks that are built to transport heavy and bulky goods such as sand, stone, coal, and industrial equipment on rivers, in canals, at seaports, and across inland waterways. Barges used at seaport may be larger in size than those that travel on inland waterways. Some barges are fitted with cranes for lifting heavy loads, while some barges even provide accommodation for passengers as well as space for cargo. Coasters. Coasters are small, shallow-hulled ships that transport any type of cargo along coastal areas. They can easily navigate through reefs and shallow ports and are less likely to capsize or become unstable because of lower draft in water. Coasters do not operate on set routes or schedules, but transport cargo wherever needed.
Hello everyone, my name is Tham, Tango Hotel Alpha November Golf. I am a third year student of navigation at the University of Transport in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. I am currently training to become a deck cadet for the Royal Wagon Box Shipping Company. For the last 2 years, I have been learning English with Miss ABHA, and today I can say that I feel so much more confident. My spoken English has improved. I have more knowledge of the ship and life at sea, as well as more general and useful knowledge of the world. Miss ABHA shares with us a lot of diverse information and useful knowledge that will prove to be the most useful for me when I go to work on the ship. Are you sure to enjoy our lesson? Let's like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.